welcome to another edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and I thought we'd go ahead and jump back into the 1990s by taking a look at a movie that was released in the late 90s. And that movie stars Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins, Clara Fortune, Jake Weber, Marcia Gay Harden, Jeffrey Tambor, 1998's Meet Joe Black, directed by the great Martin Brest. Yeah, so Meet Joe Black. Meet Joe Black. That's what I meant to say. I got a little tongue-tied there. Now, Meet Joe Black is a movie, like I said. It stars Brad Pitt. He plays a man named, Joe Black. The film starts out with Anthony Hopkins. He portrays Bill Parrish. He's basically a successful billionaire who actually has a daughter named Sarah, played by Clara Fortune. Fortune? Something like that. I'll put that right there. There you go. So anyways, basically in Meet Joe Black, like I said, Brad Pitt, and basically it starts out with her meeting up with a guy named Joe. I think it has a different name. I'm not really sure. So they're at the coffee shop talking. So Sarah is a nurse. So basically he's just walking normally, and guess what happens? He gets hit by 3 cars. Not 1, not 2, but he gets hit 3 times for not looking. So apparently Anthony Hopkins has heart problems. So basically it turns out that he sort of cheated death. So Hopkins introduced himself to Brad Pitt, who he says his name is Death. So they came up with a name for him, Joe Black. So Hopkins also has another guy, and I gotta tell you, Jake Weber is phenomenal. This is probably Jake Weber's best performance. Now, I have seen him in the remake to Dawn of the Dead, which would be his 3rd film for the studio. His 2nd film for the studio would be U-571 in 2000. So they meet up with him, and basically he's basically a dick. So he's walking around, getting himself used to. He heads to the kitchen. He meets up with these cooks. So he gets a spoonful. He's wondering what that is. And he's like, he eats and never even ate peanut butter. So he's like into peanut butter, and the cook just keeps giving him more and more. So he's walking around with the spoon. Hopkins' daughter's in the pool going for a swim. So she tells him, can you get me a towel? So he's holding on to the spoon. He's all of a sudden grabbing the towel with one hand. I'm sitting there, dude, drop the spoon. So she's saying to him, what are you eating? Peanut butter? Like he's never even ate peanut butter. That's just so good. She's coming there from a dip in the pool, and he's sitting there eating peanut butter. That is just genius. So eventually he gives the spoon to him, like, give me the spoon. So he hands him the spoon, and it's stuff like this that makes performances that good. Also, there's another scene eventually where there's sort of like Weber is questioning what he is doing. So he's like, can I have peanut butter? Would you like it on toast? Toast? Like he's almost like a caveman. He's never like experienced food. It's like eating gourmet, and he wants peanut butter. I don't know. I love that. Everything about this movie is just really good. The cinematography is good. The acting, like I said, Jake Weber stole the whole thing. He is a jerk the whole time, and that's really what makes that chemistry. The two of them eventually fall in love, but this is where I'm going to the big complaint. The biggest negative, and this is the only negative I'm still praising the film, is they do the whole liar reveal thing. Eventually, he tells the truth that, yeah, he's He's not Joe. He's not Joe Black. Spoiler if I kind of mentioned that, but he mentions that I'm not Joe Black. I'm Joe so and so. I don't remember what his name was. But eventually, the outcome comes down to it, though. I'm not going to tell you how that happens, but I'm going to tell you eventually. So, Hopkins realizes that you need to just leave now. They hate each other. But eventually gets reconciled. So, I think I kind of gave away the film, but regardless, it's still good. Jeffrey Tambor's good in it, though. He plays the assistant to Hopkins. Like I said, Jake Weber is so good in this. He is easily the meat of what makes Joe Black good. And that's easily what I'm recommending the film for that alone. Everybody else is great, but he steals the show. Yeah, so, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the cover art. Though this is actually the original printing from 1999. In terms of special features, you get spotlight location and theatrical trailer. Open the disc up. This is actually a 2008 printing, so I think if it had disc art, but I'm going to show that right there. It's a blue disc. This is from a 2008 printing, so just want to make that clear, guys. But yeah, I do like that artwork. I like the blues and the greens and all that stuff. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I'm going to stop there right now. I only have 2 bars on my camera. So anyways, let's get to it right now. Final verdict, should you see Meet Joe Black? Yes. This is a yes. Highly recommend this picture. It is so good. I love everything about it. This might make it on my top list. And it's definitely keeper in my opinion. This movie really had an impact on me. The ending's good, the cinematography is good, there's some nice shots. Martin Brest did an amazing job with directing this film, and it's so good. I can highly recommend you go check out Meet Joe Black. I tell you, Brad Pitt is good. Everything about the film is just awesome. So yeah, I hope to look forward to watching more Brad Pitt Universal movies. I have Inglourious Basterds, which is the other film he made for the studio. So I look forward to watching that. The only other one I watched on the channel was Sinbad Legend of the Seven Seas, but that was more DreamWorks than Universal. But that's a different story for another day. I hope to cover more of his film, more of the movies Brad Pitt made for the studio. But yeah, in terms of this movie, go check out Meet Joe Black. Definitely watch the movie. I can highly recommend this to anybody. If you haven't seen it, like me, and you wait all these years, this movie is so good. So, I'm going to call that a night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out Meet Joe Black. I'm going to highly recommend this. But until then, check out all my other reviews. Head to the page. Click the subscribe button. Ring the bell. Like the video, comment the video, do everything that YouTube wants you to do. And like I said, keep watching the Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.